Rain falling here in the tri-state area as we close in on game time at Yankee Stadium. The homestand continues with the second of two between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees. The Yankees have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Luis Severino will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark. He has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And we are underway from Yankee Stadium as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in after another good win last time out that ran their record to start the season to a perfect 5-0.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Popped up. And there's the first out. Time now for a look at the Rays starting 9. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach. Not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
1 out, nobody on. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy. Works it. Only problem, I think, at times, hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. The 2-2 freezes him. A strikeout looking.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Wilson Ramos is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is a slider taken for a ball. Now the 2-1. Count even at 2-2. Just getting started here in the Bronx. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Chris Archer is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Chris Archer, one of the premier pitchers in baseball. When he's good, he's nearly unhittable. Great fastball with movement. Slider probably his best pitch, and the changeup has been much better recently. If Chris Archer brings his A game, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
Full count, 3-2 to Keon Broxton. Skied into straightaway right. Gomez has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Aaron Judge has in store. He's in that rarefied air. Over 50 home runs last year. That's just crazy power. He can take the ball the other way. He can pull home runs. The ballparks can't contain him. When you're hitting 50 dingers, you're doing something very special.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Giancarlo Stanton now head-to-head against Chris Archer. He's hitless in 6 tries. Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0 home. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gomez waits on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, C.J. Cron. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived. This has got to be the hardest rain we've seen all afternoon.
Nope. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Judge moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Towards second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Third baseman, number 5, Matt.
Up next for the Rays, Matt Duffy. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Now here's the pitch. And he takes ball 1. Duffy, a California-born ball player. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. And this one misses inside a ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Here's Carlos Gomez, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Duffy leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Here's big Aaron Judge. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now, this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield, around the mound, and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet, and I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
3-0 now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. Head-to-head against Chris Archer. Pretty average results, 4 for 15. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
And the runner will get back standing. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Ball and a strike.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Miller has a play. And that's the first out of the inning. Next for New York, Ronald Torreyes. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. First delivery to him on the way. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt here. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Here now the 2-2. Right side. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. In now, Didi Gregorius. And they're runners at the corners now. Here comes the first pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. Echeverria for 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Brad Miller. Previous history with Luis Severino, just a 1 for 9. He's gone down on strikes 8 times as well. Lying toward the gap in left center. And the Rays are in the hit column.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Miller aboard here at first with nobody out. He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Rays shortstop.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Tapper up the line. A runner at first with no outs here. Count still at 1-2.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
1-2 pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay, and we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back out.
And welcome back inside the ballpark as the weather has finally cleared up. Luis Severino makes his way back out onto the mound, and we're ready to continue. Set to face him first, Kevin Kiermaier, who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Brett Gardner now, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball down near the shoe tops. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out. 1 left for Tampa. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Brandon Drury will bat next as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. Lifted in the air to center. Miller into shallow center. Makes the play. 1 away. Digging in now, Greg Bird. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees.
Into the box, Keon Broxton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. Home is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Ready for another chance? Wilson Ramos was a strikeout victim in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
All right, let's see if that leadoff single gets them going right now. They've taken it on the chin for most of this game, being a little passive at the plate in their approach. Let's see if that starts them off and they start to go more ambush tactics.
C.J. Cron is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Ramos gets his lead at first, nobody out. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
Denard Span is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
The next 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Span.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Aaron Hicks looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. He pulls this one into right. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning. Riding in once again, Giancarlo Stanton. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Down and away, ball 1. A 1-1. Is strike 2 swinging.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Judge. He drew a walk his first time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. Digging in, Gary Sanchez. Runner in scoring position with Cigar. First pitch on its way. Sliders in for a strike. One strike now from Archer. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. High in the air out towards shallow right. Gomez has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Yankees. Up next for the Rays, Matt Duffy. He'll start off the 5th in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Duffy.
A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attacking the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2. Grounded to third. Drury fields it cleanly. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. Here's Carlos Gomez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike one. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. Sent on the ground out to second. And there's out number 2.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brad Miller. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. High in the air into shallow left center. On the move is Stanton, and the inning is over. Rays go in order. Digging in now for the Yankees, Ronald Torreyes. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. A swinging bunt to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Now batting.
Next for New York, Didi Gregorius. Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Two and 0 now.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's set. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Gregorius is off at first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, runner back safely. One and 2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Adeiny Echeverria. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Kevin Kiermaier. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Two and 1 to the Rays leadoff batter.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys who would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat, and they can go deep.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Lays off 1-0. No hits to this point. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home is off the plate, up and away.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Little dribbler up the first baseline. Throw just does get him at first, as he was really moving that time. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. This is hit the other way out toward left field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Hard hit ball to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing him softly, station to station with those knocks.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
I never found myself on the mound in the big leagues, but it must be nice to be able to go to that good hard fastball when you're in a jam.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. This is foul right side. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Hit sharply on the ground. Echeverria for 1 on first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. He cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Hard liner to center field. Kiermaier is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. Here's C.J. Cron now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. 1 out now in the Tampa Bay 7th. And standing 4th is the left-handed hitting Denard Span. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's the 2nd out. Digging in once again, Matt Duffy. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. And he lays off for ball 1. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. bouncer up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So the top of the 7th isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
That's the cat and mouse of the game right there. You find yourself count leverage, you think you're getting a heater, he throws an off-speed pitch and you're still able to execute. That fires me up right there.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting glove and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. Duffy, the runner at first with 2 gone. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Grounded back up the middle. And Gomez will reach. It's a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate. A crooked number going on the board.
Tommy Kingley will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Stepping in now, Brad Miller, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Big spot, 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. A ball and 2 strikes. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Fine work there out of the Yankee bullpen. 7th inning stretch time now here in the Bronx. Ready once again, Ronald Torreyes. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Ronald Torreyes.
First pitch coming, here it is. Just a tick behind for a strike.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Hit out towards second. And the throw stretches him out at first as the umpire says he stayed on the bag. A bang-bang play there for the first out. One gone in the inning now, and here's Didi Gregorius. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Archer's ready. Here he comes 0-1. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius. Back at him, and it hit him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, third baseman, Brandon.
Now here comes the Tampa Bay manager out to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat. And a slider not close here as he missed with it down and in. It's ball 1. toward the alley in left center. And that's in there, base hit. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. A tag from Ramos, but it's not in time. Safe at the plate.
Man, that was a comedy of errors right there. They're kicking the ball all over the yard, and the runner on first comes all the way around to score. So you wonder why managers retire early? There's your answer right there.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. From the stretch, gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Dylan Betances been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth. Here's Echeverria now.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now. That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
The 1-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Echeverria is retired, and there's one away. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Digging in, Brett Gardner. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball. 2-0 count. The pitch pulled toward right center field. Hicks is under it, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. Digging in and looking for more, Aaron Hicks. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Aaron Hicks.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit out towards second. Miller is there. No problem here. 1 away.
The batter, left fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton now.
Carlos Stanton.
From the stretch. And a fastball just below the knees. Ball 1. And that one stayed too low apparently.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Big cut at the 2-0 slider, but he comes up empty. 2-1. The 2-1 home. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Everyone relax. Not a fastball right there. Obviously a little arm side run. He missed his spot. No big deal.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. Home run number 3 here in the early going as the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead.
A 3-run deficit in the bottom of the 8th is tough for a visiting team to overcome. But they've got 3 outs left. And after that homer, they're going to need to string together some hits to make a game of this thing.
Number 99,
Here's big Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hit hard back up the middle. Gloved by Miller. And there's out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. 2 out, nobody on. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 to 1-2 now.
Think he was sitting on that pitch right there? He absolutely smoked that ball. You could tell the grimace on his face that he wanted to keep that one fair.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So with that, we're not done with the bottom of the 8th quite yet.
Second baseman,
Ronald Torre is the next to bat. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 1-1 home. Little dribbler down the line. Foul ball, strike 2.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
In the air now, out to right field. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, it's funny. The first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. With 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he grounds one briskly to short. He'll go the short way to Miller, and that ends the inning.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a
pitching
save
for the New York
situation
Yankees.
on tap, they'll hand the
Number
ball over to a
54.
formidable force in the air. The very hard-throwing left-hander, Aroldis Chapman. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Wilson Ramos is retired to kick off the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses again, 2-0.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I'd be shocked if you saw anything else but a fastball right here. He's blown those first 2 by him. Don't give this guy a chance to speed up his bat with something off speed.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. Lifted down the line in left. Stanton has a read on it. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Bernard Span. Lifetime line against Chapman. He's hitless in 6 tries. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Popped him up. Drury in foul ground. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow